My next guest you all know. She's a most talented actor. This is one of the stars of a big funny hit called Golden Girls, which is on Saturday nights at 9, thankfully right here on NBC. Would you welcome Miss Betty White? Well, how are you? Fine. I haven't seen you in a long time. I mean, except for last night, but I mean it's good. I think the last thing we did was the famous restaurant sketch from Malibu during the high tides a few years ago when all the water was coming through. We did several of the mighty Carson art players. Every time Johnny gets the urge to take his clothes off, he calls me, and we either do the First Lady in the locker room, or we did the Tarzan sketch. Yeah, Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve and the water thing. Well, there are certain people you feel having an affinity for. That's nice. All broads are the best. I didn't say that. You two need to know each other. Oh yes, yes, we sure do. We became instant friends. My dog is in love with her and vice versa. Right, right. I did an Amla show once. Well, I mean to each his own. Didn't Nellie Amla show and Paya was the co-host, right? And I had heard you say so many ugly things that I did not expect this lovely, competent interviewer. Because he wants to believe things they were just amusing. The gist is kind of things you used to say about Alan and me. No, I did do some jokes about you and Alan Ludden. That's true. We loved it. Did you really? Oh, we loved it. We were giving a wife-swapping party and nobody would come. I think I did work this over pretty good. I may have said something like that. We used to shower together just so we could play password in the shower. It's just a little. I know. Oh, we got so tickled then you stopped. Yeah, you got honest, and that was no fun at all. You are in a major funny show. I watch it every Saturday night. You don't get a chance. When do you get a chance? Well, Saturday night I'm not down here. Saturday? Oh, honey, that doesn't say much for your social life, you poor thing. That's true, it's not exactly ruined, but fine. I watch it. It's a funny show. Oh, we are having such a good time. It was funny from the first show on. It's only getting better. Yeah, and you never know. You do a lot of pilots and you throw them out and you hope for the best. Then all of a sudden it began to kind of fall together. Yeah, and working with those other three ladies. We'll plan a hand and be Arthur. They're still getting kind of. I mean, that's a good cast. And now B is 9.5 feet tall and has a voice deeper than E's. Yeah, and is an absolute bowl of jello before she goes on every Friday night. You'd think of her as being rather in charge. Yeah, in charge. But Estelle is just a little bowl of jelly. Yeah, and I mustn't mention little because she's very self-conscious about being less tall. In fact, I was on here one night with Mary Lou Retton and she said she was 4'9". I thought, aha, I finally know how tall Estelle is. Because I kind of measured up and I said now I know how she should. She said I am not, I'm much taller than that. Sensitive. I remember you doing Life with Elizabeth back here in the early 50s. That was when you were doing Carson Lake Del Mar. That's right, it was a wonderful show. Oh, we had fun, situation comedy. We had lived a lot of that. George Tibbles wrote it and poor George. Now when you're doing comedy, the number of syllables to make the joke. If you put an extra syllable, it kills the laugh. Well, George Tibbles would carefully construct the jokes. We were doing quite a few other things at that time too. So if you forgot a line, you'd kind of almost do it. Well, you can imagine what we did with his comedy writing. Yeah. We used to be sometimes panelists on To Tell the Truth. Yeah, remember that. That's right. But you never hit on me. What, once you hit on me? Did I hit on you? Hit on me once. I'd always thought about hitting on you. As long as we got it out in the open now. I mean, let's get it out. Yeah, you hit on me, but you didn't really mean it. It was kind of between Jones or Joanne's or Jones. one of those. But there was never much time between. That's right. Yes. Yeah, I meant it. You just didn't pick up on it. Well, it was a little hard to pick up on it when you went to one of those funny places in Pennsylvania, like Intercourse or Blue Ball. No, Pennsylvania. And he went and I was at the hotel and I got this phone message from Johnny from King of the something. What was where he used to live? King of Prussia. That was what it was. Well, you can't take a man seriously when he calls you from King of Prussia. Enough of that. Well, hey, we have a film clip, I guess. Is this from an upcoming show? Yes, I believe so. This is one that hasn't aired yet. All right, this is a little excerpt from the Golden Girls. Watch the monitors. Funny stuff. Boy, you work well together in concert. Oh, it is such fun. It really is. And Rue is the busy one. She is the one. Rue loves to use props. So for Christmas, I gave her one of these Penaflex boxes, a red box. I put every prop that she's ever been with. Keys, forks, knives, compacts, puffs, nails, nail polish, files. And hoping that she'd take it in the spirit in which it was intended. Well, she has been using those props and overusing those props ever since. It's fun, it's changing with props. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.